Editing speech marks is a lesson on spelling, punctuation, and grammar. This is an excerpt of my lesson plan. The learning purpose is to consolidate basic grammar, particularly speech marks and commas. The Victorian curriculum section that it satisfies is reading text to discuss possible changes to improve meaning, spelling, and punctuation. Students will be working towards level 6 of the literacy curriculum. The success criteria is for students to correctly use speech marks. The assessment will take form of reflection. Students will share the answers in front of the class. So this is the activity the students had to do. So this is an excerpt from the Book of Wonder. And I wrote, initially this excerpt did not have any of the red corrections. It was only the black text. And students had to write this text into their own workbooks, shown here. And after revising what speech marks were, so when someone's speaking, we have to put the speech with the speech marks. And usually it is before, for example, Mr. Tushman said or somebody said. So after revising what speech marks are for, students were to make their own editing corrections. And this wasn't only for speech marks, it included full stops, capital letters, question marks, for example. So in total, there were 28 mistakes in the excerpt, and students were to find as many as they could. So students did this individually, and they used a red pen to make all the corrections. And together with the students, we picked up as many editing corrections that they had made. So we did it together and we went through the answers together as a class. So this student found 22, which is pretty good. So catering for inclusion. All students were required to complete the editing activity. Higher achieving students were expected to be more thorough in their editing and hence fix more mistakes in the excerpt. EAL students, or lower achieving students, were given more assistance during the activity. Upon reflection, this was a successful and engaging lesson. Students learned how to use speech marks correctly and practice their editing skills. Making it a competition of who could correct the most mistakes increased students' motivation to complete the work. This is the second editing lesson I had taught. Upon the feedback of the previous class, where students had trouble reading what was on the board, I pre-wrote the excerpt on the board, ensuring larger and clearer handwriting. Also, I had taken my mentor teacher's feedback and asked a higher achieving student to read the excerpt how it should sound before they did their editing. This helped the lower achieving students by scaffolding their learning.